I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this the jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's the NFC Championship game. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The ball carrier.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 37 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Jameis now on first down. That is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A quick throw here, that's complete. Hurts. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. That's the end of the first.
7-7, our score after 1.
To 7.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do it.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Can't do that.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a dump off here complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Winston's pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
Winston's pass complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Number 30.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Saints 7.
So he gets a shot at atoning from the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
What a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
1st down, Saints.
They'll throw again. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Fumble on the play.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Jameis Winston sacked. Fumble on the play.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Jameis again. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
At their own 20.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
On 1st down, Hurts. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second down, here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Hurts. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
At the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
A 42-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Buffalo Bills who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Now it's Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the the Saints.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Winston. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. D Ford, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide.
Winston.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Now he's flushed out right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 9-yard line.
Now Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action with Hurts. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
The 20-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down by
calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's third.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Good shot, good shot. Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
They run it again with Kamara. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout.
2-yard gain.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles now, trailing 17-10, 2:12 to play. They need a touchdown to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.